I'm live. I'm live. Hey, y'all. Hey. Many of you guys be watching the replay, and it's all good. As IG let my friends and followers let them know I'm on. So, you guys, I'm out here walking. It's a little late, first of all, and it's extremely hot. I just wanted to come in to just talk a little bit about good habits. For those who may be seeing me for the very first time, it's your girl, Jill. Jill Speaks Truth is really my brand name. Well, it's Jill Bullock. However, my brand name is really Jill Speaks Truth. So anyway, you guys, super excited to be sharing with you guys today. I want to talk about developing good habits. Before I even do that, I want to let you know who I be out in these streets. So I work with career women who lead, and particularly women that tend to lead on their jobs and in ministry at their church or outside the church, and who are called to be a coach, who's called to be a creative, and is called to do amazing things in the world. And I help you to transform your life. And as you transform your life through the power of your story, you're able to break generational curses and barriers off of your own life and able to share that with the world to help others people do the same. So what I know to be true, it's all about this whole game, this whole life thing is about self-leadership, right? And to me, self-leadership is about cultivating good habits, having good discipline. And it's been something I've been working on for some time. And I'm really grateful for the place that I'm at, although I still haven't arrived, right? There's no such thing as arriving. But what I find is if we can just put one step in front of the other, you're able to make tremendous progress. Who is Chappelle 843? Sound like you out of that Carolina. Go ahead and raise up. What's up? Thanks for joining. So sometimes what I find is, and this is one of the core things with the people in my community, I find struggle or feel like they struggle with consistency and clarity, right? And so, but it's a misnomer, especially the consistency piece is a misnomer. And I said it's a misnomer because if you brush your teeth every day, right? If you go to work regularly, ideally on time, that is evidence that you have the power and ability to be consistent. And so, and that's all we're really looking for. Oh, these cute little doggies. Is that a Pomeranian?
Pomeranian Chihuahua.
Oh, it's so cute. You're welcome. I wish I could show y'all. The little doggy. Look at him. He's so cute. I got him on video. It's too cute. I love dogs, actually. But anyway. I didn't always love dogs. I just always thought they were cute. But, you know. He's a cutie. I always love Pomeranians. Little fluffy animals, doggies particularly. Anyway, okay, let's move on. So that's evidence that you have the power to be consistent. So the first thing I'm gonna tell you is stop telling yourself that you're not consistent. Stop telling yourself that you struggle with self-discipline. First of all, because before you do anything in the world, it comes in your mind first. So there's a manifestation in the mind of that things happen before it's manifested in the world. And there's a saying that says, we don't get what we want, we get what we focus on. Right? So that's the whole thing I want to preach on right now. So if you're manifesting and experiencing something that you don't want, it's likely that you put some level of energy and focus on that thing that you did not want that's causing it to come about. And sometimes I get it. Things that you don't want needs to happen, although you don't want it to happen. Child, we're going to talk about it, but not today, okay? So, with good habits, can I share a little bit of my story? I'm trying to find a good time to cross the street without getting hit. So, I just remember the days. Oh my God. Your girl used to be like a chicken with her head cut off, right? With all the things. Didn't have any type of routine or planning. I just was willy-nilly. And then I just started little by little small things like going to the grocery at the same time every week, or deciding what my meals will be for the week. Like I usually always know what I'm going to have the following week, which is really, really important. Carving out time that I cook the same day and time every week. The same times and days working in my business. So it just kind of started there. And like even some given days themes, right? Like Fridays, Financial Fridays. Saturday is Social Media Saturday. Sunday is really just Sabbath Sunday. Although my Sabbath starts today and goes into Sunday. Monday, Marketing Monday. You see? And so when you have these themes, it already hits you. And I find like a lot of times, even on Friday, listen, I'd be so focused on the money. It'd be like, hold up, what's going on? You know what I mean? Which is really good because it's Financial Friday. So being that I know that, it already puts my mindset into thinking about what do I need to do with my money? It could be a myriad of things. And sometimes that bleeds into Saturday. And sometimes it even activates on Thursday because I already know what's to come. So even today I had some unfinished business. And so before I even got into my daily habits this morning, I was like, you need to handle these outstanding items from Financial Friday that needs to be done. So I did that. And it wasn't even that conscious, to be honest. It was just like, it becomes subconscious. I just got up and did it. And it was like, today is the day. So what habits do you want to cultivate in your life right now? I know right now I'm preparing for a fun run, a 5K. So help me God. Listen, y'all, last time I thought I was running a 5K. I ended up running a 10K. And it was a whole situation. Like, I was 3.1 miles in, like, can I turn around? They're like, girl, why? You gonna go the same distance either way. Okay? So, and I was supposed to be running today. However, I lost my running shoes, y'all. So, look like I'm gonna have to go buy me some new running shoes, which I need a new pair anyway. Those shoes are like 3 years old. Yeah. Those shoes are 3 years old. I used to be very conservative. And I still am. Although it's a balance and conservative in terms of spending. I've allowed myself more lately to not be so regimented and to allocate additional resources to just personal upkeep, and little things I want to do. Yeah. Like small little things. I like a second piercing. That was cute. Something I wanted for a long time. Actually, I always thought I would get it up here, but I did not. I did not get it up here. I don't know if I will, but kind of over that part of it. But we'll see. Anyway, you guys, what I'm trying to tell you. What I'm telling you. Looks like I just keep walking. When it comes to good habits, oh man, I got a cheat code for y'all. Y'all ready for the cheat code? Cheat code is, what's two things? I ain't gonna tell you that. Let's come off of that. So, figure out one or two things that you want to start incorporating on a weekly and daily basis. If you find yourself eating out too much, maybe you're like, man, I need to start going to the grocery store and planning my meals. Right? That's going to save you a lot of time and money. If you find yourself not having enough time, because see, I deal with career women who also desire to be coaches. So what that tells us is that you have a full schedule, full plate. You're what they call a parallelpreneur, meaning you're operating as an entrepreneur and in your career at the same time. So that tells me that you have to be very intentional about your time. And so you may feel, man, I don't have no time to work in my business. I just be, working on this job and doing stuff for the husband, doing stuff for the kids. Like, okay, then is there 2 days we can start with that you decide you're going to put on your calendar for times for you to handle what you need to do? I love days that I'm off because I have way more. I love your shirt.
Thank you.
Hello. She got Canada's out today, opting out. Okay, so yeah, if you choose those 2 days and put on your calendar, I love days when I'm off because I feel like I just have so much more control over my schedule. You see? Yeah, period. So, because you don't have to report nobody's job, that's the fourth, yada, yada, yada. So, I will find your least 2 busiest days, the days you have the most control over your day or your afternoon. Nobody else is bucking up against your time. Or if somebody else is, maybe it's something they can do without you. Maybe if you're taking your kid to practice Monday, Wednesday, Friday, maybe you get somebody else to take them on Wednesday. Okay? Maybe you can come with a neighbor, a trusted, somebody you trust that can, or family member, that can help take over that task. But I do got to be careful with the kids, because, you know, we got to be careful with the kids. I do believe that. Don't let anybody get your kid now. But anyway, so I'm just saying what I'm saying. And if you can carve out, okay, on Wednesdays, I'm going to spend 2 hours, 3 hours from 5 to 8, 5 to 7, 6 to 8, working in my business. And I'm going to create my signature piece of content for the week. And then on Saturdays, I'm going to send an email and repurpose some of that content for the following week. Just saying. So, you guys, I will be opening up the doors for my Clarity the Coaching program soon, maybe in July. And so we need to be having these conversations, because working as a coach, or author for that matter, because I do with both, right? Because it's all in your story. So some of that will be in the form of a program, some of that will be in the form of a book. Is that I lost my train of thought, but yeah, I totally lost my thought. But anyway, that's it. That's all for now. It's hot, not streets, but don't be like me. I'm walking 10:30 in the morning. Come out earlier. It's just getting way too hot to be out here. I do have a bottle of water, because you can literally have a heat stroke out here. For real. Matter of fact, let me take a sip of this water right to the now. And make sure you're not even just hydrated for the day. You out here in these streets, you need to be hydrated from the prior day too. That's all I gotta say about that. So, as a coach, as an author, like, you just have to be very intentional about your time. This is in your life, period. My word of the year, stewardship. That's the word that God gave me, and it's just not for me. It's for the kingdom of God. And in this season and time, God is telling us to be good stewards over that which he's given us. Our lives, to include our time, our energy, our attention. I could preach on that. I could do a live on that, and I probably need to. Because I know for me, if I could just be transparent, I think the hardest thing at this time, it used to be time. I feel like I've gotten a lot better with that. Now, the thing I get to steward better is my attention. Because sometimes I give attention to things that's not deserving of my attention, that's time wasteful and unproductive. That goes to a whole nother thing that we ain't gonna talk about right now. But yeah, so keep that in mind. But what I'm about to do, I still got a little ways to go. I need to get out the sun. It's way too hot. Way too hot. Heat strokes are really a big thing. Probably not walk too far, to be honest. I'm gonna try to stay in the shade. And it can be very dangerous. So I feel good, but I do feel hot. And I can't unzip this, and probably will when I get off of here. Anyway, you guys, if right now you need clarity about your next goal, head over to my website at Be Transformed Networks. No, network, there's no S on it right now. I had to issue my domain, but BeTransformedNetwork.com. And you can download the Clarity Workshop, the worksheet. And I think from there it gives you the opportunity to buy the whole blueprint if you want. But you can get the worksheet for free. And some great questions. That whole package is really great that I created. I'm going to cross the street with like a little more shade, is it? It's probably about the same. Get my behind out this hot sign. Okay. Y'all stay out the sun. I'm about to get from out the hot sun. Probably gonna take me 10-15 minutes though, to be honest. Unless I run. Oh, but I ain't gonna run these shoes, y'all. Unless I run these Jordans, which I might. We'll see. Probably make it worse since it's maybe even hotter. So yeah, 80 degrees too hot to run. I've just decided. So you try to run when it's less than 75 degrees. Outside anyway. But I'm usually not a summer runner. I usually like to run in the fall and spring. Usually winter and summer, you don't be seeing me out here in these streets. Run for a while. Huh? Well, I ain't running today, but we already talked about that. Anyway, I'm getting off here. So, head over to my website, BeTransformedNetworks.com. Holla! But make sure you also, before I go, think about what's that one thing you want to do to incorporate. And just pick the activity. Pick a time. You're going to do it. Stick to it. Make a commitment to your commitment. And follow through. That's how you establish good habits. One by one. And one more little thing. You can also do habit stacking. So if you're already, like I used to do this, hit my business in the street a little bit. When I used to take birth control, what I used to do, I used to put it, when I started taking birth control, I used to put it by my toothbrush. And so I never had no problem. Because your girl I'm going to brush my, well, they use a little bit of extra bling bling right now. But nice teeth nonetheless. So I'm going to keep them brushed up, okay? So I knew I was going to do that every day. So I was like, well, let me put my birth control right there so I can go ahead and take that first thing in the morning and get that done. Now it's like I'm bundling flossing. That floss game, because I got to use an extra special floss thing, and I cannot miss one flossing. So I bundle that at night. Brush my teeth, floss, bam. And I bundle some other habits, which is like sit-ups and stretching. So brush my teeth, floss, sit-up, stretch. Bam. I mean, not sit up, stretch. That's right. And it makes it easy. That's how you do it. Hey there, thanks for joining, you guys. I can't really see your names, but Shapewear, Jova, how y'all doing? Talking about developing good habits. And one of them is run earlier so you don't be in the sun. I'll holla. Bye.